Good afternoon. My name is Alena Shautsova. I'm an immigration attorney from Brooklyn, New York. In today's video, I would like to provide you with some updates regarding the most recent immigration news. Well, first of all, I would like to discuss with you some interesting point that certain media outlets were making just recently about Biden and his promise to do immigration reform. I've noticed some headlines where people were saying that Biden would like to reverse his immigration promises, he backs out of the immigration reforms that he promised, and so forth. So I would like to tell you that I do not believe that's his intention, and I do not believe that that's what he said. So as he promised before, and his administration, or newly being put together administration, has been explaining, Biden is fully committed to provide the United States society some comprehensive immigration changes. And he did not say that he would like to back off from his promises regarding immigration reform. What he said was that it's going to take him some time to change the situation at the border, which is understandable, and as any reasonable person, he understands that you cannot over one day change what's been happening for the past 4 years. And he simply cautions, saying that it's going to take him some time to make sure that we have a safe system for the people at the border, southern border, to enter the United States and to be able to comprehensively and fully present their asylum claims in the United States. That's all he said. So for all of you who were worried that Biden stated he is not going to go through with immigration reform, this is not the case. This was not said. This is not what's said. He is committed, and I am positive that he is going to deliver on his promises. I'm positive. So that's number one, very important. Number two, USCIS just provided an update regarding fingerprints appointments notices. Many of you are waiting for the fingerprints to be done. Maybe you filed for asylum, citizenship, maybe some application related to some other immigration benefits, and you've been wondering why you haven't been called for fingerprints appointments. Well, USCIS, to address this issue, actually issued a statement saying that, well, yes, they're experiencing huge delays. They're trying to reschedule and schedule as many people as possible, but it's going to take them time. I believe they stated that currently over 1 million persons are waiting for their biometrics. As you can imagine, it's a lot of people to schedule, but they're operating only at 65% of their capacity due to social distancing restrictions, COVID restrictions. At times they have to close their locations for cleaning in compliance with the CDC guidelines. So understandably, there are delays, but do not worry. If you have to have your fingerprints done, you will be called for fingerprints. In fact, many of my clients who were waiting for the fingerprints since early spring are now being rescheduled for the fingerprints, so do not worry. The only problem, of course, is that USCIS confirmed right now they cannot accommodate walk-ins, and that's a real problem because in some cases what happens is that the fingerprints locations are being scheduled wrongly, or at times a person has an emergency and cannot appear for the fingerprint location that he or she is scheduled. And in the past, it was possible just to basically show up almost at any location and request that you be fingerprinted. So now it's very strict. If you are called on a certain day at a certain time, you have to appear on a certain day, on a certain time. Just remember that flexibility that we had before, it seems to be restricted at this point. And the last news that I wanted to share with you is that immigration courts are remaining to be closed for non-detained hearings through January 22nd, 2021. Those immigration courts that were reopened are going to be, of course, operating according to the standing orders, and those that are not are going to be closed, including the courts in New York. It does not mean that you do not need to worry about the deadlines. Remember, you still have to file your paperwork, and paperwork according to the new EOIR memorandum that requires lawyers to file their notices of appearance on time and things like that. You still have to file and comply with all the memos that are in place, even if your individual master hearing is going to be canceled for now. Hearings are going to be rescheduled, guys. When? We do not know, unfortunately. We're going to see how the vaccination is going, what results we're going to have. Hopefully, my hope is that by springtime, the immigration courts in New York are going to reopen. But again, I just my hope, my prediction, but it's not necessarily going to be true. Remember, always check with your immigration court, and with 800 hotline regarding your upcoming immigration hearings. Very important. And check with your attorney regarding the deadlines. You want to be prepared in advance for immigration court hearings and submissions. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope this little video was helpful. Please share, subscribe to my channel, share this video, like it if you liked it, and I hope to see you soon.